No, 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 no. 3, 2, live from the studios of Coefficient Media in Jackson, Michigan.
This is the Android App Show, episode number 56. This week, we've got an Android that looks more like a Borg.
And we're all running CM7.
Something. HDMI out on Cyanogen Mod.
Welcome to the Android App Show.
The future of the telephone business is bright and rich with promise for the millions of telephone users like yourselves, whose quick acceptance and ready use of each improvement in telephone service has helped make possible an endless chain of accomplishments. What will it be this time?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Android App Show. We got stuff going on.
Yeah, first we had a couple weeks ago on the iPad show, Steve doing his b-boy stance, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's having the Brad, and he's hoodied up with his
I put my arms crossed, but I can't put them over the microphone here.
He's looking like Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, it's like the 80s Thunder Shades, but without that weird yellow polarization stuff on him.
Oh.
And next week maybe I'll get the Kanye West shades with looking like the blinds.
Yeah, what kind of cars were those? They had always in the back window.
Yeah.
Oh, the Camaros or the
Yeah.
Thunderbirds.
Yeah, something. That's what those remind me of. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty excited this week. We got HDMI out working on the latest Cyanogen Mod nightly release. So instead of being stuck doing app reviews in some weird Sense UI, just kind of Android setup that I had only for the app reviews, and then using Cyanogen Mod the rest of the time, I get to actually review apps in my daily driver, if you will. So the one that I use every day.
Win-win.
CM7, yes, totally awesome. So you'll get to see some extra guns today on one of the apps I review, because it's actually the game as I've been playing it, rather than a fresh install that I would have had to done on this Sense UI ROM. So pretty exciting stuff.
Finally running CM on my Touch 4G as well.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. We had a weekend project. What was that, last weekend or?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. It's hard to remember.
It wasn't that long ago because I ran CM for a little while, and then I didn't. I was like, I want to switch back, and then I couldn't switch back because I wouldn't do the restore. So I was like, crap, I'm stuck on CM7, and I've kind of gotten used to it.
Yeah, that was Friday night. I remember because I stayed up until 5 a.m. Saturday morning.
Wow.
doing some work, but I had some company too, so it made it go all right.
Yeah, he was
that messed up my sleep cycle right there, I'll tell you. So what do we have? Some apps to review this week?
Yes, we do.
You wanna go with this, Brad? Yeah, go ahead.
Like a boss.
All right. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do it like a boss. How about that? Open Signal Maps Beta is the first one that I'm going to be doing. It's free. What this is going to do is allow you to see where your cell towers are. It says you shouldn't have Wi-Fi on when you're you get the message when you open the app up anyways. So you open the app up. Let's see if we can get the gadget cam rolling here.
That would be a good thing to set up before the show.
And I'm going to have to probably disable my Wi-Fi. Well, I might as well show you anyways. Whenever we get it, yeah, we should have had this going.
Yeah.
There we go.
Roller up.
Okay.
Increase the brightness there, baby.
I'm reaching.
Yeah.
I'm
Reach it.
I'm trying to reach
you can reach
around.
it. You can reach it.
I
Lane.
can't.
There. Oh, you're hitting it. Oh, that's good.
You got the spot. There we go. Okay, so as you can see here in the top part of this, it gives you your signal strength. And in the bottom part, you get a little thing looking here which says click for help. You click for help, can't find your cell towers, because check your GPS settings, or access your database, check network settings. So, okay.
You can use your handy
Let me see.
Cyanogen Mod
Okay,
shortcut
settings.
to disable your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to figure out what the heck the problem was. I don't remember. I think it was the Wi-Fi though.
Mm-hmm.
And and it has to be on 2G also.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I forgot about that. So
What?
let me put this on wireless networks, mobile networks.
Now you're on T-Mobile,
enable.
right?
Yeah. So we switch it to. I'm gonna show you this little widget over here. What the heck did I just do?
I don't know.
Resize move. Oh, that's for my crap.
It's for your crap, man.
Oh, having some wave launcher issues here.
I see that.
Oh, come on.
Wow, that's weird.
Are you serious?
And you're just talking about you're like, I can have a review Wave Launcher. It's,
Come
it's
on.
so awesome.
It's so awesome.
Well, this is probably a CM. Are you? What the
Oh, yeah,
heck?
click on stuff, bring up your settings, and force close the app.
Force it. You can do it, Brad.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
It went away.
Oh, now it's back.
Okay, never mind here.
So yeah,
Where was I?
open signal something. Open signal maps
3G
beta.
off.
Go ahead. Yeah, let me make. I'm pretty sure I turned it off.
Yeah,
but-
you did it.
Okay. All right.
No. There we go.
Back to open signal here.
Oh.
Um.
What else do you have to do?
Well, it should be.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're on Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not? Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, see that arrow points in the direction of your closest tower,
Oh,
Really?
and then you can switch it to maps, and it will show you where the
Where's
towers
closest-
are,
Where is it?
where your towers are located.
Oh, dang.
Whoa.
It's gonna be kind of slow to load the maps, doing.
Because it's on 2G.
Yeah. But as you can
it's
see,
working like an iPhone though, so it's not too bad.
you can pull up your radar view also,
It is T-Mobile. Shoot. I'm
and
already-
up there it says T-Mobile Edge, negative 75 dBm, 19 ASU, CID for the cell tower. It
Sweet.
says 33 towers found nearby, connected to 4 location, or connected to 4 location and precise. Click this for help.
Sweet.
Whatever. I think it's gonna force close on me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a
It's a
CM
relaunch.
issue here, but
You used it before on the stock ROM.
no, never had a chance to. I didn't find this till after.
I used something similar to this before that would show it, and I
Alright,
think
screw
this
that.
is where it automatically logs in your signal strength, right? So you can bring up a map, or is that a different app? Because I used one before that it would log your signal strength, and then you could bring up a map and see a fairly recent map showing real live data, about what exactly the signal strength is in different areas for different networks, just based on Android phones.
Well, that's fancy.
All right, and the thing I like best about this app, really, I don't really care for the app much itself. I more or less like the widget, and with the widget, can we get how good's that picture looking on there?
Oh,
'Cause
it's
I
looking
can't-
good.
The switcheroo.
Can we get a little bit closer there?
Oh, you just turned it off.
There you go.
Oh.
All
It
right.
says T-Mobile.
Yeah,
with
you
the
see right
little
there in the
bars
middle,
or whatever,
up at
the
the top
83.
says T-Mobile.
yeah.
It's got the bars, and then off to the right of it there, it'll say like 2.75G, 3G, or with T-Mobile you get 3.5G, and then whatever the 83 is, I don't know, but it's kind of nice that it tells you what exactly you're on as far as what kind of a G
Yeah.
and your exact signal
An
strength.
actual real measurement of the G.
might be
Because
able
you're
to
on
hold it
H
up.
right now on your...
Where the heck is that pointing?
Right here.
That way.
Other way.
Over there. And that way.
All right. Well, you're switching cameras on me. All right. So, yeah, there you go.
That's a lot clearer.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Very nice.
Open Signal Maps.
Pretty cool stuff. I like that app.
Why is it all question marky now? What the heck's up with that?
Well, you're back up on the 3G, aren't you?
Oh, it keeps force closing on me.
Yeah.
I didn't have this problem until today.
Well, you know.
Maybe I need to reboot my phone.
Yeah. Maybe you should update to the latest nightly like I did.
I'm on CM7. I don't think there's any more releases. I had to mod this
Do
phone.
they have it like every night? They come out with the new version.
I haven't seen anything.
That's why they're called nightlies.
Last night they came out. It's got yesterday's date on it. What's today? The 27th. It has the 26th on it.
Okay, well, I'm going to look into that then.
There you go.
So, anyways, are we going to go on to your app, or do you want me to do my other app?
I'll go ahead. I think I got this next one up for you.
Oh, for
Go
me?
for it.
All right.
You
Root
can
Tools.
do it. Root Tools!
Root Tools.
If you have Root, this is a very good tool to have. If you don't, then you might as well just change the channel.
That's right. Fast forward. Don't
Or
change.
fast forward. Yeah, fast forward.
There we go.
Because this is only for people who have Root on their phone. So with Root Tools, you open it up, and can I get the gadget cam again? Or
What is root, first of all, for those people who are...
Root is like
The uninitiated.
if you're on Windows, it's like having administrator privileges and being able to do whatever you want on your computer. If you're on Linux, then it's like
It's
what's
the
that
same.
term? I forget.
It's root.
It's root.
It's root
Is it
on Linux.
Okay.
That's why you call
So
it
it's
root
called
on
root.
Android, because Android is Linux.
Yeah, yeah.
Good point.
Yes.
Nobody write us emails saying Android's not Linux. I know. Whatever.
All right. So yes, you got permissions to do whatever you want. I got the S's off switch on mine, thanks to this guy right here. But
That was me.
anyways, when you first open the app up, you got your choices are app management, goodie add-ons, tweaks and hacks, reboot options, and help. So when I first opened this up, I was looking to find out how to get my GPS to lock faster because I was having some issues with that. So I think it was in my tweaks and hacks. I went down to my build properties, and then if you're going XDA, if you're having a MyTouch 4G and you're having some GPS issues, you can do this and you can go to your build prop editor, and then if you scroll down towards the bottom, or it's the arrow.rils, on XDA, it will well, there's a bunch of script in there, and you got to change some of the variables, and it will allow your GPS to lock on much quicker. So that was one of the benefits of this app. And then you can change your LCD density, and you can play around with that. You're not going to hurt anything. It just kind of makes some things look different. It'll make your widgets look bigger or smaller depending on what you change it. If you have a phone with a keyboard, you can change the hardware lights to be on or off depending on what you want. Not exactly sure what stage fright is, and but you can do stuff with that. You can change your Wi-Fi scan interval also, which is kind of useful if you like keeping your Wi-Fi on all the time. You can change it to go all the way up to from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And call ring delay. There's all kinds of settings you can change on this. Well, another one, you got a built-in ad blocker that you can use. Manage your cache and memory. If you want to mount the system as read-write, zip align your apps, clear histories. Also, one of my favorites was I think it was goodies and add-ons. Install boot animation. You know how your boot animations, like you get like the T-Mobile MyTouch 4G boot animation sucks horribly. There's pretty much no animation there at all.
It just lays there. It doesn't do anything.
It just says "my" and that's it. That's all you get.
It's great because you think it's frozen because you expect touch to come up, and it just says "my."
Yeah, so you can change this from there. I mean, there is all kinds of stuff here. I mean, blood splatters, Droid XI, dancing droids, Nexus.
one.
You can get the honeycomb on here. You can get stick figures fighting, Matrix, dancing bananas. Then you get the Decepticons. You can change it to a whole list of things. You can even get Super Mario, or you can piss on an Android or Apple.
There you go.
But I'll just show you real quick here, like something. I'll switch it to the Decepticon.
Nice.
So when you go to do that, it's going to download the boot animation here.
Maybe the one you showed me earlier was pretty quick. This one's
It's not even moving.
yeah.
Oh, what the heck!
Broke
As soon as we get the show going.
Are you on 2G?
No, I'm on 3.
Oh,
I'm
you
on high
put it
speed.
back. Yeah, it's on 3.5G or T-Mobile's
All right,
4G.
so let me see.
whatever.
I got my wave launcher here with my press to end right at the top of the wave.
Boom.
Oh, whoops. Try that again. Press to end. I just ended my applications. So I will try and see if I can. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Well, anyways, I'll show you the one I have on there right now anyways.
Was that stick figure one that really didn't work out that well?
I think that's what it's supposed to look like. It's just kind of weird looking. Because I've never had a problem with every boot animation I've installed on here has worked correctly. There's my custom splash screen that I put on myself.
That's cool.
Yeah, much better. What did it say before T-Mobile or whatever?
It says HTC Glacier.
No, I mean before.
It just said My Touch 4G.
And the HTC Glacier is what the code name, right, for the phone?
That's cool.
So there's my stick figures fighting there that I changed the boot animation to.
Stick figure death.
Yeah, and blood splatter and stuff.
That was my favorite website.
And this phone boots up so much faster with CM7 on it now. Like if you have a My Touch 4G and you hate how long it takes to you probably got fast boot enabled because it comes stock like that anyways, but if you were capable of figuring out how to turn that off to do a normal reboot, then you would know it takes forever for this phone to reboot. But now it's like fast boot's always enabled. Because you see that? That's like half the time that it normally takes.
Yeah, at least.
So with my ADW launcher here, it loads up, crashes, and then loads back up.
No, it does just take a second. Mine does that too when it starts up.
No, I don't think it's done yet. It usually crashes once.
Really?
Maybe not. Okay, well, I'm good, I guess. Last time I rebooted, it's got some issues every now and then. But actually, my widget's working right now because it says 3.5G.
There you go.
With full signal strength.
There you go. Reboot took care of that.
Yeah. So root tools. Yeah, all right. Yeah, here comes my crash.
Sorry.
Wow, that sucks.
Sorry, you suck.
But it loads right back up anyways.
Yeah, but some of those animations on root tools are pretty nice.
Yeah, you can change. It's $1.50 on the market, but it puts you would normally have to go and get a bunch of different apps to get what everything does, what this app does just by itself.
Well, especially with the pop-up blocker being built into
Let me
it.
see if I can do that one more
I
time.
mean, that's pretty nice.
What the heck? It's not like in a Decepticon for some reason.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, normally I've never had a problem with this until today when we're doing the show.
That's how it works, though. We always have problems. Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment.
It always happens.
All right. Whatever.
Oh well, but yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
I like it.
It's like whenever you show your friend this awesome app you just got, and it
Yeah,
just doesn't do anything.
it's kind of I think it's kind of like the inverse of whenever I have somebody has a problem with a computer and they come to me about it, and then you go to look at it, and then it's fixed. You didn't even do anything, so it's like the reverse here. As soon as you guys come and look at it, it's broke. So, whatever.
Root tools, I just crashed it.
So let's check out my app that I got to review this week. It's called Gorilla Bob.
Does it only work on Wi-Fi?
This is pretty similar to, what was it that we reviewed the other week?
Gun Bros?
Gun Bros, yes. But this one has like an auto-aim feature built into it. And it has a lot easier upgrade path for your weapons, so works pretty well. But we'll pull up the HDMI cam.
Oh, that's beautiful.
On CyanogenMod with the HDMI out, we actually get everything on the screen. Nothing's cut off. So,
dude,
go ahead and open this up.
Hey.
Do 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 do. Some awesome fire and totally cool stuff going on here. So load a game already got going on.
There we go.
So I'm in mercenary mode. What mercenary mode is cool for is it lets you shop for different guns here, because when you kill guys you earn weapons, so you can unlock
Molotov cocktails?
Yeah, bombs, Molotov cocktails, shotguns, rocket launcher, a sticky bow, and a chain gun,
Ooh.
which I did unlock before. I don't know why it's unlocked. It's not locked, or
You
why
used
it's
it.
locked now.
You broke it.
But once you unlock a gun, you also have one upgrade on it too, to make. So I think I'm gonna swap out this grenade launcher for a flamethrower just to show you that. So you just drag it right over there. You go back, and which one should I play? There we go. They
Fun
have
little
this
graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got good graphics.
Nice
This is on hard. Even though that said, why don't you try the hard difficulty setting? It is on hard. So on the left, you just move around, typical on-screen joystick. Again, very similar to Gun Bros in that respect. But on the right side, you don't have an aim joystick. You just press on the right side of the screen, really anywhere, and it'll shoot.
Auto aim.
Yep. And you'll notice like one of the bad guys will get like a green circle around them. That tells you you've been locked onto it.
Nice.
And the guy I just killed with that big gun, you saw on the right that red bottle?
Yeah.
That's his life. He's a boss. And so he has like a harder to kill.
Bomb.
So this guy I'm going to come at with the flamethrower.
Yeah, you wanna get
See at the bottom of the screen there, I press to switch guns. The longer you shoot with the gun, the more you use it, the more it heats up. Once your gun will heat up, you can't use it for a while. It's going to cool off. So it's very important that when you start playing this game, you do not upgrade any of your guns until... you don't upgrade your primary gun. The first purchase you should be making is for a second gun. Because the first gun that they give you on this game does not overheat. You can shoot with it as much as possible, which is what I'm using right now. But as soon as you upgrade it to be more powerful, then the thing starts overheating.
There's that red bottle again.
And if you don't have another gun to go to, then you're hosed. You know what I mean? You basically just have that one gun to shoot with.
Ooh, that's not so good there, Lane.
Yeah. This part's hard because you're on a raft. There's not really a lot of places you can run.
Oh, it's got
And this is the
scary-
only level that does this to you.
It's got scary sounds.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I got my boot animation changed to the Decepticons.
Oh,
This is
nice.
over.
Well, I'm gonna have to have you bring up Gun Brothers over there too, because
Gun
Yeah.
Brothers.
or not Gun Brothers. Sorry.
You mean, you want to do the multiplayer, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You gotta be on the same Wi-Fi network to do multiplayer on this.
Oh, what the heck was the name of that?
Or this guy you gotta run from. Because he will chainsaw you, and if you let him get to you, then he just totally ravages you with that chainsaw.
Chainsaw to the head.
Let's see, I'll get some flamethrower action here too.
Nice.
What are we going to do,
Johnny
arcade,
Flame On.
mercenary, or survival?
Well, I gotta know what your IP address is too.
Wait, does it tell me on the phone?
You have to know the IP address?
Well, when I tested
About
it
Wi-Fi?
before, well, it might show it in the game. When I tested it before, I thought it was supposed to do discovery on the same network, but it wouldn't. It made me manually type in the IP address of the other device.
Server IP address 192.168.180.
So are you
109.
So you're gonna be the server? Is that what you're saying?
So it's searching for server, and I got 192.168.109.
So I'll save and quit. And I'll show you some multiplayer action here.
Server connection timed out.
Okay, so I'm gonna do new game. Did you do new
Time
or
out.
join?
Oh, let's see. New game.
Okay, so you're doing new. And then I'll go to join.
I'm gonna do mercenary.
Yeah.
Current progress.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever.
Pick your guy.
Server what?
There we go.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, click on you. I'll pick John Gore.
Are you ready?
Well, I think we gotta buy weapons first, but we don't have any money. So yeah,
I was
I'm ready.
dancing.
Yeah, I ain't got no money.
That's the thing. Like when you go to multiplayer, you can't use any of the weapons that you had for Single. And you have to, if you're the people joining into the server, on the top right, you have to click ready. Everybody has to click ready that's joining in. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. And everybody will be standing around wondering what the heck's going on.
Oh, look at that. You're in there. I'm in there.
And at the beginning of this game, it shows you how to start shooting by doing these targets. And it asks you if you want to keep auto-aiming on. Yeah, because I'm a loser.
What'd you do without auto aiming? Like
Manually.
It puts a joystick on the right side, but it's very hard. I mean,
can you shoot each other?
No.
No friendly fire.
And the money is shared too. Like you pick up money, you both get it.
Oh crap!
And the game is much more easy and much more awesome with two guys running and gunning.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Especially for these ones, because one guy can distract, and the other guy can run around and shooting.
This looks pretty fun.
You got to get these big bags of money because they're worth 500. A lot more than killing guys will be. And they'll usually be found off to the side somewhere behind one of these houses.
What?
Move yours over a little bit.
Well, they can see me on his screen.
I know. But
Yeah.
we can
I'm the
compare.
squarehead guy, and Brad's the army guy.
It's kind of cool.
And it sounds weird to say this, I know, but the sound effects on here for when people die are pretty awesome. I always like this weird. You know? It sounds like a sick seal. What is that? Is that like a Quentin Tarantino like thing? You know what I mean? Where it does the pause and the white outline. That very much reminds me of a movie, and I can't think of what it is.
Lock, stock, and two smoking barrels.
Is that it?
I think so.
There we go. We just beat the level.
There we go.
And snatch.
Oh, we got a rank A.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. That is the first level. So this is waiting for server. You gotta hit ready and you tap your screen somewhere. It doesn't have a go to next level button or anything. You just have to tap the screen.
All right. So what's up?
So I'll go ahead and quit out of here. But you can of course turn on the music and the sound effects and stuff, and you can also shut off the on-screen keyboard controls too. So, and if you log in with OpenFaint, it'll keep track of all your accomplishments and everything, and share them with all your OpenFaint friends.
That's cool.
That's Gorilla Bob. It's on the Android market, and what is it? I think it's $2.99.
Yeah, it's $2.99. I just paid for it today.
So it's a multiplayer Wi-Fi fun with your friends and stuff too. It's
you got some friends at home with a phone.
yeah. You have two Android phones floating around somewhere.
All right, you want to see that boot animation?
That'd be sweet for when they come out with Google TV.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Oh yeah. So yeah, let's look at that boot animation.
I'm gonna show you the. You can bring up the gadget cam there.
Here we go.
Phone's rebooting. You can see the Decepticon boot animation that I just installed.
It's gonna be sweet.
Watch my phone crash.
It's gonna just
like freeze and lock
loop.
up.
burst into flames.
Boom. Stuck on your splash screen.
You're gonna brick it like a glacier.
It's ice cold.
Here it goes.
Whoa, that thing's a robot in disguise. Huh.
Decepticon boot animation.
Yeah, see Matrix C
not really-
Decepticon Vision stuff.
It's not really
It's a
taking up
little
the whole
flash-
screen.
Yeah, this is it didn't load onto there properly. I
It's
don't
kind
think.
of crappy.
You know, a little flashing there.
It's
Yeah,
it's kind of crappy.
it didn't it didn't load right. It looked better the first time I did this.
Awesome.
All right. Let's do another app here for me.
Yeah.
And this
right.
one's called
Change it.
Pulse News, and it might sound familiar to you because you'd be like, Lane, didn't you just review this? Yes, I did.
Yes.
And they
I
came out
did.
with an update, and the update was pretty
So
significant.
is this a rehash?
In a way, yeah. I felt kind of like a jerk when I reviewed it that week, and then like it was the next day
Hey, you got
they came out with one. So I'm like,
I got a rehash too.
I'll give them another run on here. So let's go ahead and pull up our awesome CM7 cyanogen mod, gingerbread, HDMI out,
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
and pulse.
Pretty
So
nice.
this is in landscape mode, of course, but it looks pretty much the same way in portrait mode on
Yeah.
this app. It's just what size it takes up or whatever. So it preloads you a couple tabs up here on the top.
That's cool.
Some top news that you can scroll up and down through,
I wish they had this for the iPhone.
flick left and right. They totally do, don't they?
They have it for iPad.
Really? But not iPhone.
I'm checking. Continue.
So you click on tech. One of the other cool things about this app is all these nice animations they have in between.
Yeah, dude.
So and again, they preload stuff, but you hit menu, go to settings. Or excuse me, no, manage sources. It's manage sources, and you can flip through all the pages that you have, and you got a little screen indicator on the bottom, a la iOS/Samsung versions of Android. And then once you get to the bottom, you can hit plus and flip through and say you want to add something. We'll put Dilbert on my main page. These are the featured ones, but you can also browse through.
Mm-hmm.
Trending will show you just all kinds of stories mixed from different categories. Very nice add-on. They have a nice little Android section here, so you can pick all kinds of Android sources. We're not in there yet, but I sent them an email. We'll see what we can do. Of course, you can search, or you can log into Google Reader and pull feeds directly out of your Google Reader feed.
Nice.
So, and if I want to eliminate some stuff like, oh, look, they have sports. Don't care about that. Hit the X. Top fashion stories. Have you
Hey.
seen me?
Fashion's good, man.
This is what I say. Have you seen me? I'm not all about the fashion, I guess.
They do have Pulse Mini for iOS.
So I'll go to
What do you have for-
Android. I'll add Android and me. Hey, guys. I read your blog.
We like your news.
So I'll go back here. You can click on it, drag it up. Say I want that above everything else. And no, I don't need pulse hints anymore.
Is any of that good?
And go
Pulse stuff, like the Pulse curated stuff.
back. Let's see. I'll pull up one of these extra little pages they have here. And manage sources. Go over here to browse, trending, and I want to know, let's see, where's technology? Add technology and science. So it tells you new stories added. So that's my page 4 stuff now. So I bring up page 4, top technology, top science.
Oh my gosh, this looks exactly like the iPhone version.
Awesome. So when you click on a story to read it, it kind of minimizes the interface a little bit so that you only have one string going across the bottom here. And it makes it so that when you click on the story to start scrolling through, it minimizes it all the way down to the bottom. And then you still have the same Facebook, Twitter, and share out to other stuff or whatever. I accidentally hit one.
Oops.
Wow. I shared it out to the Google remote. I was going to try and send it to a Google TV. But one of the other cool things that they've introduced on here since the last one is social. So you can log in with Facebook, and it'll show links on here that your friends share on Facebook.
that's
So it kind of
cool.
integrates that whole Facebook news story thing right in there. And of course they populate it with some of the other social stuff, Flickr top photos, Dig, Reddit, and then you can add things like you can add RSS feeds from Twitter. I'm just gonna add a couple more S's on the end of there.
Yeah, I work with somebody who says that every time.
But if you can hit menu and go to settings right here, and you can change how you want the reading or whatever in dark mode or whatnot, and it'll It's supposed to change.
You probably gotta exit the app and go back into it.
Yeah, it changes your RSS, like the RSS feeds. Instead of being a white background, it's a darker background. A little bit easier on the eyes. I'll pull up another setting here. I'm going to turn dark mode off. You can enable flash inside the web content.
Wow.
Notifications for updates. That is, I think it's 1 hour, 3 hour, and 6 hours. Yep. And daily. So I like having it at 3 hours. It'll just remind you every now and then. But if you log into Facebook and Twitter right here to use those links to share. So pretty cool. Oh yeah, and you can also limit it to update on Wi-Fi only. And the thing is, it's not really downloading a bunch of stuff. But you know, if you don't want it really checking for stuff unless you're on a Wi-Fi network, which would mean you're at home and probably closer to a charger, or in a building and closer to a charger or something, then you can do that. So I don't know. I really like what they've done with this, and it plays well on both a tablet and a phone.
Is it fast?
Yeah, I mean, you mean the flicking through?
Yeah, just like the whole... Because this app, at least on some platforms, used to be a little slow. A little sluggish. That's not bad.
Pinch to zoom in and everything, too.
Not bad.
If I pinch out, if I swipe across the screen, it'll flip through all the stories. You scroll down to the bottom, and it gives you the full thing. Hit the back button. Take me in here. Yeah, I mean, it's all pretty responsive. No complaints. Up here at the very top, too. Oh, that's the other thing. You don't have to go all the way to the top or or the bottom. You just hit the back key, and it'll pop this stuff back up here.
Huh.
And then on the top right, you'll see there's a like a text and a web button. But my picture's covering it up, so.
I got an update. Root Tools just got updated.
Cool.
Today, right now.
That's what happens to me. So this is free. It's a like a news reader that does all kinds of stuff.
It's very graphical, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very entertaining way to skip through the news, and you can totally customize it. Put all your favorite websites in. And like here, I'll pull up the story on Android. I mean, this is a perfect example to show the difference between just an RSS feed, or if you switch to the web version up here, and then instead of RSS, it actually pulls up the website for each one of the stories.
And that's really nice when it's when the people have their websites optimized for mobile devices too.
Yep, it's just like it integrates it perfectly.
Yeah.
And you get that nice, ad revenue and everything right on there. And aside from what we got on the screen, the Kyocera Echo, which nobody buy. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I don't mean to rain on your guys' parade, but don't buy that phone. But do go out and download Pulse. This app is awesome. And I use it every 3 hours when it reminds me of stories.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's nice because, I don't know, 3 hours for me at least seems like a nice break. It'll come up and remind me, and I'll just take a break and read the news. And it scatters it throughout the day pretty well.
Yeah.
So, and it just shows up as a unobtrusive notification in my Android notification bar. And, nothing like iOS where it pops up and ruins your entire day. It's horrible. You can be recording a video on iOS. Notification will pop right up and screw you.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I got a quick update for Wave Launcher I want to do. This app, they've done a lot of changes to since it first came out. I mean, when it first came out, it was awesome. But now, it's, to me, it's a must-have app. I mean, you got to have it. I mean, you pull up you can adjust the Wave Launcher to up to 12 apps. And if you have it set to like 10, then you can get the last few or couple or whatever will be like your recent apps.
Put your hood on, Brad.
Put my hood on?
Yeah.
Why, does that look better?
Yeah.
It's actually on the other camera. I don't know.
But I mean, this thing draws way faster now. Like, you pull it up and it's there and it looks good and it's super fast. That isn't
is
just
better.
because of Cyanogen either. It was working good on the other ROM, but it has all the same great features no matter what app you're in. You can bring it up. You can sit there, switch back and forth between recent apps. It's got some different setting tweaks now. This app, I mean, they just keep on updating this, and it just keeps getting better. So the white background here don't look too good, but anyways, it's got a persistence, so it's always running. So, but when you enable persist, you get a notification that it's always running. Enable on startup. You can disable it in landscape. Close the notification bar when you launch it. You can set the gesture area. There's presets for it, so you can have it set to like custom or all the way from like down to 20% of a certain area on your phone. You can adjust the thickness of it, portrait and landscape, enable the vibration, number of user apps, recent apps, user app indicators, recent app indicators, smart recents, so that it automatically excludes apps that are already on the wave, home app, and currently running. So I mean, this thing they just keep making this better. I mean, it's well worth the 99 cents. I would highly recommend this app.
Wow.
That's good to know.
That's a lot of update.
They did a lot to this app since it first came out and I first reviewed it.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Well, how do you guys feel about covering some Android app news?
Yes.
So,
Oh.
Let's do it.
What's up with the
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
All right. I don't know. Maybe our board operator.
I need this next app, maybe.
Yes, this is the news story about the DUI apps being pulled from several app stores. Several members of Congress wrote a letter to all major mobile app store players requesting that they pull all DUI checkpoint apps. What these apps essentially do is take publicly available information, which is pre-published locations of DUI checkpoints, which cops do in, I think, pretty much every state. That's part of the law. They have to publish that stuff, just like they do the seatbelt checkpoints, right?
Speed traps.
Yeah.
No, they don't do speed traps.
Well, some of these apps have some of that information put in, but some of them also do user reporting so that you can report a specific location.
Yeah, like Trapster. Trapster's
Yes.
one. Is that on Android?
I think it is. I think it
They're
is.
not going to get rid of that, are they?
They have other ones too. Well, that's the slippery slope here, because this is essentially publicly available information. They're complaining because somebody has it, they can avoid DUI checkpoints. I'm sorry, but I think that most people have come to accept that if you're drunk and you're driving, you're probably going to get pulled over. You know what I mean? It's only a matter of time. If it isn't today, it's going to be the next time you're doing it. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody's saying that because of these DUI checkpoint apps that you're going to be able to avoid getting a DUI and you're going to be awesome even though you're drinking and, you're going to make it home and all this other stuff. And my wife brought this up. She's like, if you're smashed anyway, are you going to think, oh, I'm pulling my DUI app and make sure I route myself around these different, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know, if you're buzzed too, you're also drunk. So I certainly use my phone when I'm buzzed. And
Shoot, in Michigan, you drink one beer and you're legally intoxicated.
Well, it's two. It's two. Really?
Like point.
It's .08.
It's still .0? I thought they dropped it.
No. They drop it any lower and you'll be registering off mouthwash.
Yeah.
But it's again this also reminds me of the debate around mapping sex offenders.
Yeah.
Because they said, putting this stuff on a map and making it easily available is dangerous. And that's the argument that a lot of people make whenever new information becomes available or, information becomes easier to access. They say it'll be misused, this and that, I don't know. Information, making it easier to spread, I think is always possible, or positive rather. But so far, RIM has pulled apps from the BlackBerry app world. They did it right away. They didn't even twitch. You know what I mean? It was done. Apple's pulled them from the App Store, but they haven't been pulled from the Android market. So it's
I'm gonna Google them
there's
right
a certain one on there. I don't want to put out to you. I don't. Do you want me to tell you who it is?
Please.
right,
DUI
I'll pull up.
checkpoints. Searching in the market.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just search for the market for DUI checkpoint. That's what it is. It's not the name of the app, but that's what it comes up under.
The $2.99 one, or the $1.99 one, or the free one?
It's the checkpoint wingman. That's what it is.
Hmm.
So that's it. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this, Dave?
I don't know. I mean, it's publicly available information. It's just a new way to display it.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though. I mean,
it clearly has a method that could be abused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's clearly kind of out there. It's like uTorrent. You know what I mean? It's like
right.
torrenting files.
But I mean, if we really want this information to be publicly available,
yeah,
like, what is the point of having it available if people don't use it?
Yeah, exactly. You're putting it out there with the intent of people not even knowing about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of should it even be publicly available at that point? I mean, is it really?
Well, we've obviously already decided that it should be.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so what's the point of making it easier to access? You know, what's wrong with that? I don't know. But again, nobody here is saying that you should drink and drive.
No.
You know, I just want to make that very clear. I think we all have a clear stance against drinking and driving, and you know, it's not the right thing to do, and it's dangerous. It kills people.
Definitely.
So, and I've done it before in my younger days. It wasn't smart. I wasn't ever pulled over or anything like that, but it just isn't. It isn't a smart thing to do.
No,
it never is.
No, it is not.
So
can cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, and driver responsibility and all the other good stuff.
Yeah, it's enough about that, though. I'm sure most people out there know what can happen if you do it and get caught anyway.
So, but I wanted to cover it. You know, I wanted to cover the story. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows. It's not like I'm saying, hey, download this app and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I just downloaded it right now, but I'm having a problem fetching.
Well, my whole thing, though, is like I want to use it so that, you know, I'm not going around these DUI checkpoints. Even if I'm not drinking and driving, I don't want to give somebody a reason to pull me over. I don't like getting pulled over. Yeah. You know, you just never know. Maybe your insurance expired and you just didn't pay attention, and you would have noticed it tomorrow and put it in your car and thought, oh, you know, I'm glad I didn't get... But no, you drove by a DUI checkpoint, now you got busted for no insurance.
Taillights out.
Exactly. So, you know, just drive around the hot spots. You know, even when you're keeping your nose clean.
That's why I like some of the like Trapster kind of apps, because it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just saying where police checkpoints are. Like, they have these interesting little things, user reported stuff, and it's not like. It's nice.
Yeah.
And it does a little buzzer when you get close to a speed trap to let you know.
Almost like the radar stuff or whatever. Like,
exactly.
hey. Maybe go 10 miles an hour slower.
You can pick different voices.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll let you know. It's pretty sweet.
So, all right. Well, I guess on to some other stuff. Something else that will cost you more money, but you don't have to drink to do this. Google's going to be launching in-app payments this week.
Nice.
So it's already shown up on developers' dashboards. It is coming. The one problem is now you'll never know if an app really is free or not. Because, you know, who knows?
Wait, you guys didn't have in-app payments?
Not through the Google Market.
Really?
Well, they had in-app payments through other services or whatever. But that's it.
Welcome to 2010. Just kidding.
Really, you're going to pull that card on us. You guys don't even really have multitasking yet. You don't have widgets. You don't have live wallpaper.
We don't have usable notifications.
Yeah. I mean, I could go on, but I'll let you. But this is, in the end, it's more money for developers.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it's going to end up costing you, you know, more money, I guess, on the users, because that's what that means when the developers make more money.
Yeah.
But it's going to provide a much more robust marketplace and everything.
Better apps, hopefully.
Yeah. The one great thing, though, about Google, they're not, you know, they're not Apple. So, they're not, you know what Apple did with their in-app payments, you know, and that's not... Yeah, it doesn't appear that that's what's being set up.
They wouldn't go as far as Apple to make it mandatory for services to use the in-app payments, would they?
No, that might get them invested for antitrust violations or something. So,
but Apple did it.
Yeah, well, Apple is also under investigation for antitrust violations, and that is not helping their case.
Right.
So, and what isn't helping Google's case is they're refusing to release the Android 3.0 source code for Honeycomb. That's what we got this nice picture here for, some honeycomb going on. Yeah, they're trying to say that, of course, honeycomb is made for tablets, and we don't want to release the source code because people will start using it on devices that it's not intended for.
But then they said they were going to release it eventually when it's made for smaller devices, but it's not intended to.
Yeah, so 2 issues here. And then we'll start with that. Because number 1, didn't they say that it wasn't going to be for smaller screen devices?
It's for tablets.
So essentially what they're saying is that next version where they said it would converge with the phone version
is when
they're going to release it, which is either ice cream or whatever is coming after ice cream.
Oh, man.
Jello? No, that's
Jello
trademarked.
shot?
Jello's trademarked. What begins with a J? I don't know. But yeah, so but that's the first issue anyway. So they're saying they're not releasing it until it's done for smaller screens. Number 2, isn't that the whole point of having open source software, is so that people who have it can do things that weren't intended by the person that wrote the software. It's not your decision whether or not to keep the software. You know what I mean? It's open source. Once you put out devices for it, you're supposed to be releasing the source. We've been over this with Linksys and everybody else that thinks they can just put out, a device that steals from the Linux community, steals from the open source community, and get away with it. Mm-hmm. And yes, Google has a great track record, and yes, they say eventually they're going to release it, but hello, you know what I mean? This is supposed to be released right now. Mm-hmm. It's as soon as they can. I don't know what the legal requirements are on it, but I'm sure somebody's going to be filing a lawsuit as soon as that timeline passes.
Class action.
I hope they do. Because this is junk. Google should not be able to do this to us. I want honeycomb on my phone, and the issue is they release this stuff out. 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, junk tablet manufacturers are going to glom onto this, put honeycomb on some rock chip tablet that you can buy for $100. It's going to run like crap, but it's going to have honeycomb on it, and it's going to dilute the brand. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the reason that they don't want to. I think that's the main reason.
Right.
But number 2, third-party developers like CyanogenMod are going to end up starting to bake CM8 with this stuff and coming up with ways to make it work on the smaller screen, and they just don't want that, I think. So I don't know. What do you think about it, Dave?
You can't have your cake and eat it too. They should have learned that with Cupcake.
Nice.
Yeah.
We didn't have these problems back in the day. We complained enough when Donut was being delayed and when Eclair and stuff was being delayed. And it seemed like it took them forever to release the source for Eclair.
Right.
But just to come out and just say, no, we're not going to release it. I mean, yeah.
It makes it easier for them. And some of that might do with, their new head of Android that they have over there who came from HP.
Gross.
Who came from Palm.
Okay.
So Palm is very, very, very...
Yeah, they're doing me wrong, though.
They do the hardware and software, and they've learned that when you dilute it, it can hurt your brand. They learned the hard way at Palm.
Yeah, much like Apple had to.
But Apple, yeah.
I'm talking about the Mac way back when.
Yes.
Sorry, that was a weird reference to make.
It was correct.
It's apt. It's just old.
Yeah. So, but Android's always been not like the not Apple or the not exclusive.
Yeah, it really does upset me, especially as a user of an open source operating system, because I don't even use Sense UI and stuff like that.
Right.
I use CyanogenMod based on the Android open source project AOSP, and it's all open source.
Angry Bird's getting angry over here. Whenever there's a bad story, this Angry Bird just gets so angry.
Just start shaking. I am pretty upset about this, though. I mean, it is just absolutely ridiculous. They have this program set up to limit who gets the Google apps and stuff like that.
Right.
And I guess that's just not differentiating the software enough for them. So they're just trying to block everybody. I don't know. It's disgusting, Google. It is disgusting.
Get your honeycomb in a bunch.
But something that is kind of encouraging, rather. I kind of put my stories a little bit out of order, but
that's okay.
AT&T is committed to making the Amazon App Store work on future devices. But the first story is Amazon App Store has launched.
Yeah.
An App Store is one word.
Triumphant.
Apple, it's one word.
One
Can't
word.
trademark that.
It's different. Subtle, but different.
Yeah. That's the subtext of this story is that Apple is filing suit against Amazon for violating their App Store trademark. But yeah, this is really great. The Amazon App Store.
Huge.
They have a free game every day that is normally
it's
paid.
a free app every day.
App.
Well, a free app, yeah, sorry. A free app every day that's normally paid.
Right.
And with the way you're like, how can they do that? Well,
How do they
part
do
of their agreement with the developers is you put a list price for your app, say $5.99 or $4.99.
Is Amazon paying that?
And Amazon says we'll sell it for that unless we want to put it on sale for a discount, and then we'll give you 20% of what the list price is.
Oh.
Yeah, up to whatever, so that you make 20% of that, no matter what the cost is or whatever. You know what I mean? Unless the
That's not
price
that
is
good.
higher than 20%. But so say you have a $5 app,
Yes.
and Amazon puts it on sale for free,
Yeah.
like is what going on today.
Correct.
You still make $1 off of that, and you have much higher sales.
Well, what is their
'Cause it's
split?
free.
What is their split fees usually? So they're getting 20% of the price on a free app.
Yeah.
What do they get? Do they get 60%? Is it 30-60?
No, it's a better split, I think, than the Android market has. So
That's cool.
I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I remember the one mechanic was this whole list price versus sale price, and
Yeah.
you get whatever the rate is, and then you get the split. Otherwise,
Right.
you get that bare minimum 20% of your list price.
That's cool. That's okay.
It's kind of smart for Amazon though, because it's like books.
Yeah.
They get to curate their store, and that's the other thing. Amazon is
Yeah.
operating this like the Apple App Store.
Well, speaking of smart, like you mentioned with books,
I have a tickle in my throat.
like you mentioned with books, they give like a little preview of books
Yeah.
in the Amazon store. With apps now, this is really cool. They're using their server technology to virtualize the Android operating system on their servers.
Yeah, they're the cloud service that they have or
Yeah.
whatever.
The Amazon SC2 or something like that.
Yeah.
But they're virtualizing the Android operating system, so you can actually use the application on your computer for free. You can demo it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome. You can't do that on the Google market
No,
or
you get-
Android market, excuse me.
You get 15 minutes of time, and then
Oh man,
yeah,
that's so bogus. You used to have 24 hours.
yep, it
To
sucks.
try
though.
out the app. I still kept most of those. You know what I mean? Really, even with the 24-hour window, I only return junk apps.
Yep,
That is a total ripoff. I mean,
especially
Google's
when they
just
got,
making me more and more upset lately. I can just feel this hate boiling inside me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it ain't like you're gonna go switch into
No,
iOS.
and that's what they know. They do. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you going to do? Go to Apple? You think this is bad? I only slap you once a week. These guys over there. It's like, you might as well buy the big sunglasses because you're going to have black eyes all the time. Just abuse. So, the related story to this, of course, is that the Amazon App Store doesn't work on AT&T right now.
It doesn't?
Because AT&T, for their stock ROMs for their phone, when you buy the phone, it does not allow installing third-party apps.
Oh,
So,
but
yeah. But AT&T is saying that they are committed to allowing the installation of apps through the Amazon App Store.
so this is an exception
Yeah, but
'Cause
it
it's a-
doesn't work right now.
because it's a good app store.
Anybody out there heard about AT&T? Well, I'm sure everybody's heard about AT&T buying T-Mobile.
Yeah.
This is going to be horrible if they continue this crap when they get T-Mobile.
Yeah, true.
You all right over
Good
there?
Lord.
Jeez, go smoke another one.
Yeah, right. I'm going to chew some gum.
That'd
See
be
if that
awesome.
helps. I don't know. I hope it's not a cold or something.
I hope not. Looks good.
Tastes good like tangerine. So yeah.
It's gonna sound good too in that mic when you're chomping away. Speaking of sounding good, though, Google, they're getting their little music on.
Yeah, there were some screenshots leaked, and some people were able to mess around with some of the gingerbread ROMs. They were at the gingerbread source and stuff to bring up in the account sync menu like a music syncing service. But apparently now employees are testing this Google Music service. It essentially syncs your music up to Google servers, and then you stream it back down to your phone.
Sweet.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Delicious.
Jeez, they got enough servers for all that crap?
Well, it's
Well,
Google.
how many copies of a song do you need stored on the server?
Good point. Yeah.
Are they going to be doing that?
Isn't that what MP3.com tried and got
Yeah.
sued for
Yeah.
by the RIAA and shut down for?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot about that. I used to have that on my
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
That was a good service.
No, dude, this was way back in the day. You mean your BlackBerry or something?
Oh.
No, this
I'm
was
thinking
a
of
long
different
time.
app.
This
Never
was
mind.
when MP3.com came back
Oh.
from like doing
Yeah.
whatever they did. They did like free music or something. It was weird.
Yeah, and
then
this
they
was
went over
totally
to this.
different. And what they would essentially do is it wasn't even your file.
Right.
They just did a fingerprint and said, okay, you have that on your computer. We'll let you download this file anywhere.
Yeah, which
And
is
the
cool.
Music service said,
No, they were like, no, you don't do
you
that.
can't let people do that.
You own that one file.
And that's it.
Maybe
Yeah,
a backup.
You don't own that file. That's the thing we got to correct here. You don't own that one file.
You can play that file.
You are licensed to use that file, and that is it. So it doesn't matter if you bought a CD, it doesn't matter if you bought a tape, 8-track, record. You are licensed to use that. You don't own it.
Yeah.
So I just want to clear that up because I am mad at the world today, and that includes the music industry. I'm just gonna
Can you feel the love
I'm
today?
gonna complain about everything. I just so much hate. So I feel like the haters ball in here.
It's karma, Lane. That's why you have a cough.
Wait,
Is
it's
it?
hating.
Yeah, so Sprint, this next story, Sprint's going to install distracted driving apps on all their Android phones in the future.
What? Distracted driving?
Squirrel.
Yeah. Squirrel! So it's an app that sits on your phone and it'll auto-respond if somebody texts you or calls you or whatever. And it makes it so you can't use the phone if it detects that you're moving fast.
Angry Bird doesn't like this.
So, you can still get around it. You can still unlock the phone from inside the app.
Can you turn it off?
What do you mean?
The app? Can you
I don't.
uninstall it?
Well, I hope so. But unless you're rooted, any app that comes installed on the phone, you can't remove it.
What?
So
Or freeze it.
yeah.
There's a bloat freezer on the market that I use to freeze some stock crap, bloatware.
Before you were rooted.
No, after I rooted it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
When I had my original ROM on, the stock ROM on there. But now that I'm running Cyanogen, all that crap's gone anyways.
it's an interesting concept, though. It's nice to see that somebody's being proactive about the distracted driving. But I'm not sure that this actually works because you can get around it, again, like I said, because you're not always going to be driving. You're not always even going to be in a car. You could be on a train.
Or a bicycle.
Maybe, yeah.
That
So,
would probably be worse.
I don't. It just does not work clear across the board.
Yeah.
But so I'm glad that you can disable it and everything. But at the same point, if you can disable it, what the heck is the point
Yeah.
of being able?
Well, maybe
you
your
know,
average user won't be able to disable it.
Or your
No, I'm
average.
saying you can unlock it. Like it does the distracted driving stuff, but you can.
Oh,
It's like a
okay, I
menu
get what
or
you're-
a button that you push on the app,
I see what you're saying.
and it disables it.
Maybe it would be good for your average teenager.
Yeah, well, it does have administrator people that you can set for it,
yeah.
and it will show when you
unlock
disabled it.
Aha.
And if the administrator knows when you were driving and you were supposed to be driving,
And take a picture.
they'll know with the front-facing camera. That would be crazy. And the back camera to see if the steering wheel's right there too.
Yeah. Split screen.
That would be awesome. There you go. Free idea, Sprint. So, but yeah, it'll report back to the administrator for that phone saying, yeah, so-and-so unlocked it at this point, and were they driving or not, you decide. But you should know that they were moving pretty fast when they did this.
Yeah. Does it
So,
say how fast? Like 90 miles an hour.
I don't know. But
Um,
it just talked about for employees and for teens.
Right. And I think it's also funny that you mentioned this Sprint story immediately after the Google story,
Yeah.
after what has recently come out this past week with our good friends over at Google providing services for Sprint users to automatically have their Sprint phone numbers tied to a Google Voice account.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
this
cool
just
stuff.
came up. I didn't include some fancy graphics for it. So, but whatever.
Whatever.
But yeah, you're supposed to be able to port your Sprint number to Google Voice and not be charged an ETF or any weird thing. And then you can use that Google Voice to, redirect other phones. So essentially, you don't have to change your number. You take your Sprint number to Google Voice, and then you can use that with any phone. You'll never have to change your number again. So, pretty epic,
Sounds good.
if you think about it.
Good
That
stuff.
would be nice.
So, and the voicemail and stuff already integrates with Sprint.
I like having a separate Google Voice number, though. But I got a Jackson number anyway, so.
Yeah, and so did I. There's no more available.
Nope.
Really?
I know. Tim tried
No.
getting one.
Ah,
Said the closest one was like Detroit or something.
Yeah,
Whoops.
it's ridiculous, but
Yeah,
we,
man.
we got in on the Jackson stuff while it was still here.
yes.
Awesome. So, but this last story is a story of selling out that we reported on before.
Yeah. Good times. Angry
Excuse me.
Birds Rio is an Amazon exclusive, except for no AT&T because you can't install it.
Ha ha.
That's right.
Whoops.
What, are you going to pull it up, too?
Yeah.
And I don't like this at all.
You
I don't
don't-
like.
You just don't like not having pigs.
I know. There
But
you
the
go.
birds, yeah, it's more color. I like it. I think it's all right.
It's got some cool music, too.
Want some
Yeah.
pigs.
I think the graphics are slightly better.
So, play here.
Yeah, I got to
Sorry, I haven't been playing this as much as my mom and my stepdad have.
She's like game, though.
She's like, unlock some of this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of a little bit over the Angry Birds thing.
Hey, it's a good game.
So the main difference here, though, is that you break cages and you free birds. You don't kill pigs.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's pretty much all the same.
Whoa, there goes birds.
Who's that thing clear up there at the top?
Yeah, there's a lot of little hidden things in there.
What thing?
In this, there's some hidden stuff.
Oh, I didn't knock it over.
Oh,
You got to pay attention to
Make
the
it all the
levels
birds
because
either.
sometimes you can hit some things that are like way out from.
I'm trying to shoot that up there and get that. That didn't work. Holy crap, I got a lot of birds out. Maybe I gotta shoot it over there. Can I even shoot it that far?
No, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
break that. You gotta
You
break
can.
that. You can?
If you hit it on the way up,
There you
Yep.
go.
you have to pop the birds on the
I'm
way up.
looking at that sign that's over there to the right.
Oh yeah, I see
You
that.
have to pop the birds on the way up.
Oh. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't let that go.
Do what now? Pop the birds on the way up. Oh.
Get a better arc out of it.
Or near the top of the edge.
Well, you got it open now anyway. Oh, maybe the next bird will get it.
It probably doesn't do anything.
Oh,
you got the golden pineapple.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the last.
Oh, well.
So as you can see, this one it's pretty similar.
Okay, it's kind of fun. I take back what I said.
It's pretty similar, but just some variations on a familiar theme. I like that golden pineapple action too. That was pretty hot.
Like I said, there's some hidden things in these levels. Wow.
Hit a microphone shadow on my neck. Ah! You're like making a Family Guy reference to your breath of fresh air in my stoma. Oh, there's no bird there. All right, whatever. So I suck in Angry Birds. What are you gonna
We're
do?
done. No more Angry Birds for you.
So that's everything we have for this week. If you want to find out more about us and about these apps that we review and these shows that we do, check out the AndroidAppShow.com for all your app review needs. Tons of videos. Audio, too, if you don't want to watch us on video.
Yeah.
If you prefer our sultry, silky voices.
It's a little better for when you're driving.
Yeah, a little bit more distracted driver friendly.
Right.
So get on that. And it's formatted for mobile, too.
Yeah. But if you really want a mobile experience, you can even go to our YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
That's youtube.com/theandroidappshow. We got all of our videos on there. We put them up there along with the podcast. Good
Yeah, or you
times.
can bring up your YouTube app on your mobile and just search for the Android App Show.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And our channel will come
you
right
can
up.
probably even subscribe to our channel.
Indeed, you can.
Yeah.
So I just had somebody complain, I don't understand why this channel doesn't get more views. And I'm like, we're really going after that hipster crowd.
Right. We don't
Because
want to
if
be
it becomes popular,
Mhm.
it's not cool anymore.
Right.
So I'd really like to keep it low.
Right.
So
Yeah.
subscribe to our channel, but just don't watch it.
And I mean, like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
we're not Leo or anything.
No, we're not that big time. But I don't know. I feel like we have a higher quality production, maybe.
We definitely have more knowledge.
Yeah. I guess that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
We know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I try to act that way and seem distinguished and
Except for when our apps are crashing.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
That's-
we're not.
That's how you know we record this live. We don't do any cut breaks and
We're
stuff.
keeping
It's
it
all live.
real. Keeping it real. You should know about that, Brad.
Oh, yeah. Know about keeping it real.
Wait a second.
Nice.
Say that again.
I said, oh, yeah. We know about keeping it real.
Very nice.
Yeah. When keeping it real goes wrong.
We're keeping it real on Twitter, too. Android App Show on Twitter.
That's right. All the
Tweet us.
tweets. I guess you'll see when we post new episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And we also post news stories. Some of the big news in Android up on the Twitter account.
Good times.
So subscribe to us.
Freaking
We have like,
birds everywhere.
I don't know how many followers we even have anymore.
We got a couple.
What is it like?
I need a pig to shoot at your birds.
Twitter.
It's not about the number lane. It's about how you use it.
You got Twitter fail. Failed whale.
It's the autocomplete though.
Lane, it's not about how big our follower count is. It's about how we use the Twitter.
How do you think? How many do you think we have?
1,200.
1,894.
Oh,
Nice.
So almost to 2,000.
Come on, let's get to 2,000.
we should do a giveaway on
There you
that.
go.
Recommend
and
us.
we're only following 978 people too, so it's not like we're following 10,000 people
Right.
and we have just under 2,000.
We should do a giveaway.
We really should.
We should
What would we
give
give away though?
This
Yeah, right.
Thunderbolt.
Yeah, right.
Anybody? Anybody want it?
Yeah, check out the Android Tech Show this week for an awesome HTC Thunderbolt review. So it's the first 4G phone for Verizon Wireless, and we review what makes it so awesome.
With a new and improved kickstand.
Definitely improved over the Evo.
Is that its big feature?
It's a pretty solid feature though. Like in
Better
my van, when I'm driving around, I like using the phone for GPS.
It works better in my van.
Well, I put the kickstand, put it up there. The Evo, if you hit the brakes, falls right forward.
Jeez, about
Way to go.
Fall.
But
Anyway.
this thing, you put the kickstand out so low enough center of gravity that it stays pretty
Wait,
steady.
did you say just watching videos in your van while driving?
No GPS.
Okay.
I'm talking about GPS.
He probably does that too.
I do not. So, well, some of my podcast stuff, it's video and I didn't have the audio, but I put it in the passenger seat. I don't watch it.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Cool.
But I'm being safe, folks, and you should too.
Absolutely. We're all about safety here.
So, but thanks for watching us this week. I'll be joining us next week for more Android episode fun.
Keep it real. Awkward ending.